just nasty. As all right, that's cool, man. I'll okay. Thanks. No problem. Bye.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave.
Because you don't get anywhere with government. And so my main goal was to make sure that they know that a lot of us know that she's in there and what's going on. So that hopefully they're a little more deterred from doing something really, really stupid. And you know, again, if she was completely in the wrong and all of this has been a lie and totally fabricated, then so be it, if that's what the case is. But I would like for the department to release the body cam and let us see. And in the meantime, while she's in custody, at least they know that there are tens of thousands of eyes on them and that we know she's in their custody. So thank you guys so much for watching. For those of you who are reaching out to them and politely, I did a good job of that, didn't I?
I loved every word he said.
And let them know that we know.
Said.
I appreciate it, and I'm sure that she does too.
Hey, Grego, hey, GC.
And to me, I guess that's the biggest win we can hope for, right? At least let them know all eyes are on you. Have a good night, guys.
Did he do the interview on his channel?
Is this thing working?
Yeah, his main channel.
Okay.
It's working.
Freeman channel. I gotta find it because I didn't watch it. I thought I've seen the most recent ones.
I just jumped in late. I saw him streaming when I was driving home, but the stream was like an hour.
Where is it? On his James Freeman channel? Not on, oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute before it processes, even if he leaves it live.
Fake news one?
Leaves it public. That last one was James Freeman.
Freeman stole my stream, Andy.
Let me just back it up. Let me see if I can play it. I could play it from the beginning.
Hey, what's up? It's James Freeman.
What?
I am
freaking
exhausted today.
Is it bothering you?
Definitely ready to go to bed, but I'm not even in the office. I can't even do a proper live stream.
I already turned the volume all the way down.
Something really weird.
Wait, what did you say about James? Like where the video is? Is it on James Freeman?
Yeah, I'm playing it right now from the beginning.
Oh, awesome.
New Mexico. And so I kind of felt the need to go live like right now and show you this. First off, I'm going to show you a Facebook video that was live streamed, I believe. I'm not sure if it was live streamed or uploaded by Sheriff Wood of the Lincoln County Sheriff's Department in New Mexico. And this was on March 20th.
In Lincoln County, New Mexico, Michael.
And stick around. This is not a quick story. I'm gonna have to give you a little background, and this 2-minute video is gonna help do that.
Your Lincoln County Sheriff here. It's March 20th, 2024. It's almost 1:30 in the afternoon, and I'm just gonna start out by saying I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed beyond words.
Hi.
A few hours ago, it was brought to my attention that one of my deputies has been involved in some inappropriate behavior with
Hard to
someone
see.
of the opposite sex who also happens to be a convicted.
Hard to see. Is the stream quality that bad? I thought I had pretty good signal out here, at least on this device. Is it unwatchable? Potato camera? Let me... Hold on. Am I on Wi-Fi? Oh! All right. No. Thanks for letting me know. I think I might have got, I think we might have it fixed. Give it about 30 seconds, 40 seconds or so.
It never gets much
Sucks,
better.
potato quality. I was on the Wi-Fi. I don't know. I usually get great signal on this device here. I've done some pretty clean streams. Let's see. It's not okay, Trump said. If it's better now, is it getting better? No, we can. No, we're going to wait. Wait until it's good. It sounds great. What's the matters? We can understand. God damn. All right. We'll start him over. There's a bunch more people in here anyways. There's something really weird going on in Lincoln County. This is a video that the sheriff put out on March 20th. And then we're getting into what happened today.
Good afternoon, Lincoln County, New Mexico. Michael Wood, your Lincoln County Sheriff here. It's March 20th, 2024. It's almost 1:30 in the afternoon, and I'm just going to start out by saying I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed beyond words. Just a few hours ago, it was brought to my attention that one of my deputies has been involved in some inappropriate behavior with someone of the opposite sex who also happens to be a convicted felon. This investigation is in its preliminary stages. Everyone is entitled to due process.
So you're no longer a citizen after you become a convicted felon, I guess?
Absolutely no further information will be released regarding this person or
oh shit, I'm sorry, Anna.
details regarding the investigation. I'm sorry. There is no evidence or information suggesting that there is any criminal activity afoot. However, there is clear enough evidence to suggest that we do have some ethical policy violations that have been committed. That is not what we're about.
Oh, Anna won the slots.
That won't be tolerated.
That's rare.
We will police
10,000.
ourselves
Yes.
before we police you. This individual has been decommissioned, placed on administrative leave, and taken home with instructions not to in any way, shape, or form represent the Lincoln County Sheriff. Once again, that is all the information that I can give you at the moment because this person is entitled to process. But we got rules to live by, and we're going to do that. I just figured.
So he's on a paid vacation.
What we're going through here today.
All right. So thanks, Sheriff Wood. So he said that his deputy, allegedly, one of his deputies may have had an inappropriate relationship with a female.
Real time, and so I'm continue to use that.
About so what happened is this woman was arrested allegedly for while the deputy was arresting her, she alleges that the deputy was hitting on her and trying to get a date with her while she was in handcuffs in the back of the car. I'll go more into my feelings on that later because I really want to jump into that, but we're going to stick to the So allegedly this deputy is trying to hook up with her while she's in handcuffs in the back of the car. She came forward and told someone about it because I guess he continued to try to hook up with her while her case is going on, and he's the arresting officer on the case. And so she kind of felt intimidated to the point where she felt like she probably needed to sleep with him to get her case dismissed.
Thank you.
And finally called a lawyer and said,
Hey, Brandon,
this is
buddy.
weird. Do I need to bang this cop to get my case
What's
dismissed?
that, Matt?
And the lawyer said, hell no, you don't. They jumped in. Immediately, IPRA did open records requests for the videos. Sorry, I need to hold still. And that was when the sheriff went ahead and did this live stream. Was when the lawyers started doing open records requests. Faced you. It sounds like. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. The stream's not working. I don't know what the hell else to do. This device usually works great here. So, anyways, they hopefully you can at least hear audio, because really it's just a story. So hopefully you can at least hear audio. You're being scrambled. So he put this out a few weeks ago. Sorry, now I'm all distracted. Today, this woman got pulled over. This woman who basically snitched on one of their officers or their deputies got pulled over by a deputy today. He took her information. She pulled over, gave her license, registration, and insurance. The deputy came back with her registration and her insurance, handed it back to her, and said, "We'll send your ticket in the mail." She didn't realize that he didn't give her license back either. Says, "All right, we'll." So she leaves. She realizes later she doesn't have her license, and she makes some contact to them to try to get it back, and and they start claiming that she fled the traffic stop. They claim that she fled that traffic stop earlier today. Look, I don't know. I want to see the body cam. Maybe she did, but something here doesn't make sense to me. She snitched out one of their deputies. And then what kind of person pulls over, hands over all of their information, gives you license, registration, and insurance, and then flees a traffic stop? So hours later, 8 or 9 police officers, including the sheriff himself, show up and arrest her. And they arrested her today. Showed up and arrested her for fleeing and evading, claiming that she left this traffic stop. I just don't believe for one second that she believed I don't have video at this moment. I think that the sheriff needs to release the body cam video. At this point, she's in their custody.
Hero.
She's in the Lincoln County Jail. I didn't post any phone numbers, but I will as soon as the stream's over. I'll put phone numbers in the description. I tried to contact them myself. This woman snitched on a cop for allegedly trying to get in her pants, maybe in exchange for a dismissal. I don't know. And now a few weeks later, these deputies
Doc, are you
have picked her up
streaming or
on
no?
what looks like some really, really suspicious stuff. Fleeing a stop after she
From the
gave
beginning
the license, registration,
of
and insurance.
James's last stream.
So Sheriff Wood, I'm going to show you one more video from him. I'm not even going to show it. I'll just play it. It sounds like the audio is good. So I'll play one more video because this guy loves to talk about using Facebook for transparency from the department. And he talks about here how basically it's so good because it's so instant, it's so immediate, and that he feels that the public should always have quick access to what's going on. By the way, I'll also get you the name of the deputy who's alleged to have done these things.
Good afternoon, Lincoln County, New Mexico. Michael Wood, your Lincoln County Sheriff here. It's March the 18th, 2024, about 1:45 in the afternoon. I'm sitting up here on Swish Alley Hill where it is snowing to beat the band. I'll tell you that the only effect it seems to be having on the roadway is the road is wet, but beyond that, doesn't seem to be accumulating, and traffic seems to be flowing normally. Doesn't seem to be an issue, but I thought this would be a good opportunity to pull over real quick and address you about social media and how I apply it in my efforts to keep you safe and free. I have gotten a lot of phone calls over the last couple of days by some folks that say, "Man, Sheriff, how do you put up with some of the crap that you get on some of your posts?" Well, you have to understand, I've been in this business for 30 years. I've literally been in this business 30 years. I've been
Too long.
at, cussed, sued.
I bet he's been sued.
Shot at,
That's what she said.
Kicked, you name it. I've had it come my way, good and bad, come my way. It isn't.
Oh, goodness.
I knew I was beat.
Appreciate that, Doc.
We'll get better.
So I just don't let that stuff bother me. I'm sorry.
Told you I was coming for those chips tonight.
Yeah, we'll see.
Family, friends and supporters an awful lot more than it does me. It just doesn't bother me. I have my opinions.
Who are you? What's your name in chat?
You don't know who that is?
No, that's what I was asking when I first came in, but I couldn't hear.
Brandon.
Your office or your
Oh, hi, Brandon.
need to let you know about
Mr. Mitchell.
that is important and has a big
No doxing.
potential affecting you. So I'm going to
No
continue
doxing.
using
I'm a
this.
doc, so I can dox.
So there you go, right there. He feels that this is the avenue that should be used. This social media, Facebook, is the avenue that should be used when something is important that you should know about. I kind of think that the fact that someone snitched on one of his deputies a few weeks ago, and now that person has been arrested by 10 deputies and is in their custody over some really suspicious looking stuff, I think that that's something that he should jump on Facebook and tell us about right this minute. If you guys agree, it's Lincoln County Sheriff's Department in New Mexico. I thought I was already following them.
It is a platform, and it's for the most part pretty much immediate. Not everybody listens to the radio or the newspaper. It's historical information, anyways. But this is real time, so I'm going to continue to use that. If you're paying attention to the comment sections of a lot of the posts I put up, you'll see that I get the good and the bad. I mean, I get them both, man. And I don't comment on those things. I don't. Trust me, I would love to be able at times to get on. And
Last
say, you know
post
what,
was
man?
yesterday on the Facebook
Sir,
page.
ma'am, thank you so much for the support that you showed me, my office, my deputies, my colleagues. We really need that, and it's healthy for us. We're in some bad times.
Yeah, last post was yesterday in the morning.
It's a tough
Hey,
time.
those aces don't help, do they?
It's just
Take it back.
drive home to my colleagues.
They sure look good, though.
I know. They always fuck me, though.
Money.
Service to others above self. That's why we do this.
Oh, there's an ad.
How does
well,
James Freeman not have YouTube Premium?
Lincoln County Sheriff's Department.
It's probably just the. It's probably just the.
We
What's
still
it
have
called?
potato camera?
When you.
Because you won't even be able to see.
I can't think of the word. Gosh, dang it!
I thought they
It's
had
it's the. It starts with a P
their
word.
phone number posted on here.
Not
Looks like
incognito
not.
mode.
Give me a second.
Private.
That wet ass P
Let me
word.
get their phone number for you guys. I tried to call them,
Look it
It's
on
the
a mop.
principle of
ask
the
him to
thing.
go live right away
Yeah.
and let us know what's
Oh,
going
yeah.
on and get that body cam video released.
Priorities.
Because the truth is, cops don't tell the truth. So we don't just want him to go live.
I wonder if this guy's if his picture is one of these pictures here in the.
We don't just want him to go live.
Is he one of these
and,
deputies?
And tell us what happened. We want him to go live, tell us what happened, run to the office, get that body cam footage, and get it uploaded. Let me grab the phone number. Lincoln County Sheriff's Department. So that.
We got them all sworn the oath
you guys
right
want to
there
reach out to
on the
him,
Facebook page.
It looks like 575-648-2341 is the number that Google has listed for him.
Yep, that's the number.
I'll go ahead and call him. I called him earlier, but I'll go ahead and call him
575-648-2341.
again real quick here.
Man, he was on the phone with her a while. Same call.
Lincoln County Sheriff's Office.
Hey, who am I
I
speaking with?
called it
My name's Amy.
in my
Hi,
head.
Amy,
I
this is
knew what the
James.
river was going to be.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I think I spoke with you
Had
a
a
few
flush
minutes ago
draw,
about Sheriff
motherfucker.
Wood needing to go live on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Was that you that I spoke with?
Yes, sir.
Have you been able to get in touch with him yet?
I sent him his message, yes.
Okay, did he respond or?
No, I have not heard anything back.
Okay, should I head down there right now?
For what?
Well, as far as we know, we've got a woman in custody down there who was arrested by 9 deputies who just 2 weeks ago blew the whistle on a cop trying to fuck her while she was in handcuffs, allegedly.
Okay.
Yeah, so that, I mean, that's kind of concerning, you know what I mean? To like have some dude try to allegedly. So yeah, we were just kind of trying to figure out what's going on with that.
I have no idea. So, you're going to have to wait and get with him.
Okay.
'Cause
Yeah, he's so
I'm not
transparent.
real-
His last message was March
Like I said,
20th.
I have no idea about that.
Is there
Oh.
like
Over
a
20 days
lieutenant on
ago.
duty that I could speak to?
But
I
he's
don't have the
transparent.
internet on duty, but I
Yeah,
can get
it's
the message
transparent.
to him too.
I'm going to use
Sure.
Facebook.
Is
I'm going to
there
let you
a
keep you guys
sergeant on duty?
informed. March 20th was his last
Yeah, I
date.
have the sergeant. Hold on just a second.
I have a lot of
Let me
creative
answer my
ideas for
line
how
real
the
quick.
men
Yeah,
can
sure.
deal with them once they start dealing with them.
You guys
When
hear
they
the phones
stop
ringing in the
being little
background?
pussies and allowing them to rule over them. So
I can tell you guys are calling. I hear
hit
the
me up
phones
if
ringing
you
in the
plan
background.
on it. I'm just kidding. Totally kidding, NSA. Totally kidding.
Hey, look, I really don't. We don't have video evidence of anything that's happened here either. So please, I mean, everything is alleged, but it just something to me stinks about this. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If there's nothing to be worried about here, then great. There's nothing to be worried about. But something really, really stinks to me about this. And now even more so since she's in their custody, it's like, I mean, I think maybe they should at least know that we all know you got her.
I think it's
So
tarantula
she comes
time.
out with bruises all over her face. React
You're gonna eat a
JS, I have
spider?
sources that it was
It's
9 or
kind
10
of
cops. One of them was the sheriff himself that was present there. I've got sources, yeah.
A 1 gram pre-roll with keef all over it.
I actually spoke with her in person as soon as I got back from Boston. I went and spoke
Keith
with this woman
Anderson?
in person. My
Hi,
flight
guys.
came in, and the very next, way late at
Hi,
night,
Guac
the next
Bro.
morning, I drove out there and met with her and her attorney.
I just asked the 8-ball if you're going to win, and it said the answer is within yourself. Lol.
But I never
see
would have
that.
guessed that a week later, 10 of the deputies would show up and she'd be in their custody. Lincoln County, New
I think I
Mexico.
can
Yeah,
adjust
Shepard.
those answers
Good
too.
to see you, Shepard.
I haven't
Shepard is one
done
of my
any
favorite
adjusting on this one
humans
yet.
in the world, by the way. Shepard thinks in the tip is one of my favorite humans in the world.
I may have done a couple.
I'm here.
Sounds like
keep
maybe she's
getting
not
the
coming back
sitting
to talk
out
to me
thing
because
'cause
she's on the phone with
I'm
all of you
looking
guys.
at
Because I heard the phones ringing.
instead of the
while I
game.
was on with
Me
her.
too. That's what happens to me. And it even gets worse when I smoke.
Hey, Tommy, so what happened is a week or two ago,
Thank you.
someone
We've already burned up the
snitched
timer,
on
so
a deputy at this police department and claimed that while she was in handcuffs in the back of the car, he was trying to ask
dang
her.
girl, the camera took a hit.
Did this really happen? I don't know. It's just a claim. Could be a total lie. I haven't seen the video, but the allegation was made. The sheriff did a video saying that that deputy had been decommissioned and was on administrative leave. And now a week or two later, they have arrested her under what looks to me like very suspicious circumstances. They pulled her over for a traffic violation, took her license, registration, and insurance. She says that they came back and gave it back to her. She had her registration and insurance, but he didn't give her license back. She says he came back, said, we'll send you a ticket in the mail, gave her stuff back. Then later she realized that she didn't have her ID on her, that the cop had kept her ID. So her attorney reached out and said, hey, you pulled over my client earlier today. When can we set up to get her ID back? And the sheriff said, oh, well, your client has a warrant for her arrest for felony fleeing and evading, claiming that she ran from
What's that beeping? It sounds like a
it's the phone. He's on hold.
hospital monitor.
Maybe
He's on
what
hold.
he's saying is completely true.
Oh.
Show us the body cam. But here's why I don't think it's true. Who the hell pulls
Lets her
over?
just drive. Who lets her just drive
Gives
off?
you all of their information. Waits for the cop to do whatever they're doing. Waits till the paperwork comes back, and then flees a traffic stop. If you're gonna flee a traffic stop, you just flee. You don't stop. You sure as hell don't hand over your information. It just doesn't.
I'm glad I folded there. Ooh,
You
nice
know,
job, girl.
I don't have video. I don't have proof. So, you know, but it stinks. It smells fishy. So the sheriff regularly posts on Facebook, and he says that he believes in absolute transparency and that he was going to continue to use the Facebook app, the Facebook sheriff's Facebook page to continue to be
Yeah,
transparent.
find
with
out what
the
happened to
community
40.
about things that are
Yeah,
going
that's what I'm
on that he
checking.
thinks they should know about. I think we should know about this. I think we should know if this woman is okay right now. She's in prison, right? She's in their jail.
40's
right
there.
now.
Nothing but vile hate.
I think he should
Midwest.
release the body cam footage like now
Yeah,
on
it's
Facebook
working.
in full transparency of what
No,
happened.
wait, it jumped.
So
Oh, that was
we're on
weird.
the phone with him.
So that was
trying to get him
42.
to
So
post
40
that.
is terrorist.
But
It's
it
the
sounds like a
definition
lot
of
you guys
terrorist
are on the
from
phone
the
with him
dictionary
too,
by
and so
you,
now
Matt.
I can't get through anymore. I'm on
Maybe
hold,
too
actually.
long. Maybe that's it because it goes off.
So she's trying to get a hold of the sheriff or somebody at the department for me to
let's
let me know
remove
when
the-
they're going to post this Facebook
The phonetics,
this, footage
phonetic
on Facebook
and
I
the
guess.
noun of it. See if that fixes it.
It's
Try it again.
Lincoln County, New Mexico. You think she's coming
Who's
back?
doing this? Jared, I love you, buddy, but let's do this. Oh, it worked.
What?
Yeah, I think it was just too long.
Think I should hang up and call back again?
Oh, you're in. Okay. I'm gonna do this then.
Do it,
Good night.
do it, do it.
Oh, we got some
Uh-oh.
callers. Nope. So we.
Bazinga.
Bam, bam. Sorry.
Hey, you know what? If everything
Good game,
the sheriff
Jared
I was just
and
thinking
girl.
that.
then
Cheat
so
sheet.
be it. I'll say, oh, look, you know what? Turns out she totally fled a traffic stop or whatever. If it's true, though, go ahead and just release it.
Hey, Dirty. You can still get in, I
And-
think.
and
Oh,
I'll
no,
say,
you
yep,
missed it by 2
yep,
minutes.
that's
It's
what she
30
did.
minutes late. Oh, no, you can still get in. It's because we started at 11:35. Is Dirty in here? No.
She pulled over, gave all her information, and then ran. Told them where she sleeps. So they're investigating the.
You tried?
deputy
Oh,
criminal-
okay.
Sir?
That sucks.
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm gonna end up having to do is contact Dean, the lieutenant, and I'll get him a message to you too, from you as well.
Okay.
And
Should I start driving down there right now? I think I'm only
I'm
two and
not
a.
sure as to why you would need to come down here.
Well,
That's-
just to make sure that everything's okay. I'm only about 2 hours away. It might be 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah, just to make sure everything's okay. Just to make sure that
Who 40?
she's okay. I mean, and maybe I can help the sheriff. I'm very technologically advanced, and so I know that we need to get this body cam footage posted right away, so I could actually help him extract that body cam footage and get it uploaded.
Okay. Yeah, that. Like
Dirty
I said, I'll
Dog's
give the message to
confused.
the lieutenant. I do not know on the other stuff.
Anna's the
I'm in
only
dispatch,
form, or
She's
let me
better.
get a message
Ann and
to
Capper
him, and
synonymous.
Brandon,
We'll go
Or is
from
there an
there.
officer?
I'm
like
gonna take
anybody.
all your chips.
Or a sergeant or an officer or really anybody?
Come get him.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, sir.
Okay.
But
So should I just head out there?
People
I mean,
you'll need to speak with, okay?
okay, I'm just curious how I should go about this. I find that usually the easiest way to find someone is in person. Should I head out there now and start searching for deputies, or so I can just ask them questions about what's going on, or like trying to get your advice on the best way to go
I didn't
about
hear the
this. It's
come
my
get 'em
first
until
time.
the stream. I kind of like that challenge.
No, sir, I've never had
Sorry,
to.
homie.
I've
His ace is a
never
plea
been
every
involved in
time.
anything like this because I'm in dispatch. I don't know the
GG.
ongoings of the rest of the.
You never had a
Gee,
situation
gee.
where like some woman alleges that a cop
Damn.
was trying to bang her while she's in handcuffs,
Yeah,
or get her to date while in handcuffs.
Rivered
and
that
then
boat. I was
later
like,
that
dude,
woman-
he's gonna go on.
No, sir.
I knew it was gonna
Oh,
happen.
no.
Right?
Why'd you take his chips?
Well,
I wanted
don't
to
know,
take
sir.
them.
That's stuff I
I'll
don't
take yours, and that'll
know,
be like
so I
taking
can't
his. Okay.
answer any questions. So let me get
Who
my
won the last
the
tournament?
message to the people that you need to speak with, okay?
Okay, is Mr. Wood asleep already? Sheriff Wood?
I don't know, sir.
Okay, can you call him on his cell phone?
Go ahead. I've already made contact with him on that, so I've sent him the message, and that's all I can do.
Okay, did you tell him it's James, though?
Excuse me?
Did you tell him it's James?
Yes, sir, I did.
I think if he knew it was me for sure, that he would be immediately jumping on this.
Okay, I don't know what to tell you, sir. I give him the messages.
He's got some Oakley glasses.
I just don't think he
Those
got
are
the
nice.
message. Is there another phone you could try?
Okay.
Sir,
His
I'm
Oakley
sorry.
regular
I'm not
glasses.
meaning to be difficult with you. It's
Actually
just
pretty
it's
sweet.
totally shocking to me. I know that Sheriff Wood is just 100% all about
Welcome.
transparency, and you know.
Yes,
if,
sir.
and,
But
and
let
so
me
if
tell you something, sir. I'm sorry
James
to
is
cut you
not
off,
very
but
attractive.
this stuff I do not know about. I give them the messages. They do with them what they will. So
Do with them what
you'll
they will.
either
Okay.
have to wait till he contacts you, or you can
Let's
try
do
again
that.
tomorrow. when
Do
he's
with them
in
as
the
you will,
office.
girl.
Try him in the morning.
okay, and you did tell him it was James, though, right?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, and you gave him my phone number,
Yes, sir, I did.
Oh man,
and you texted it and you called, or did you just text it?
I just texted it.
I'm the straight
Okay.
draw.
And when you texted it, you told him it was James?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. All right. Well,
When we
and
get
how
to the
many
other
phones did
lady,
you
I'm
text it
gonna.
to?
I hate her
I
so
just
much.
texted to his one.
I want to punch
Okay.
her so
Is it
hard.
the county phone or is it his personal phone?
County?
Okay. Can
Oh,
you
this
text his
lady?
personal phone
Yeah.
too?
Sir, I only have the number for the county, so
Oh, okay. Y'all aren't tight like that? Is there anyone in the office that's tight like that with him?
sir, I've got to go. I've got other things I need to be doing.
I love the
gave him your
troll.
message, and that's all I
James
can
is pretty
do,
good at
okay?
it. Val's the
Thank you,
best,
ma'am.
but
I
James is
appreciate
pretty
you
good
so
at it.
much. Did you tell him it was James, though?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. Okay. And you texted
All right.
that it was James, right?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Damn it,
They
man.
always have other things they need to be doing, don't they? I've got stuff I need to be
I
doing
had
with
the
the
flush.
Poor
sword.
lady.
On the flop.
Oh, poor lady.
Yeah, I had the
When I come
jack. I
down
was
there
waiting for
later,
another
ma'am,
one.
I'm going to apologize to you. But seriously, we got to get to the
I
bottom
still
of
would have
this.
taken your money. If
do.
you gotten the other one, I would have gotten the rest
It
of
ain't
your
nothing
money.
personal, ma'am. You poor thing. Okay, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. I have one other phone number that I can try.
He's gonna try another number, guys. Another number time.
She deserves a box of candy or a flower, maybe. I got one more phone number I'm gonna try. Give me a minute to get it, guys. James with a J. Look, at some point, man, when you realize that you will never get anywhere with government, and they think they're so self-important, like, oh, I'm so busy, I have things to do. You think that I'm not busy when you pull me over to try to tell me that I was driving faster than you wanted me to? Look, we're all busy too, okay? Especially in the productive sector. As a matter of fact, we're busy making the money to support your dead weight ass in the public sector, all right? So I get it, man, but government's been wasting my time for a very long time. I don't see this as a waste of time at all. This is a genuine, real concern that the people have. A real concern to us. I understand that it doesn't matter at all to them, but it is a genuine concern for us. So when I say waste your time, it really, I mean, they see it as a waste of time, but give me 1 second. It might go black for a second, and then I'll be right back. All right, we're back. I'm going to try one more phone number.
I keep missing Bow's stream too. It's like always him and fucking Callahan's streams. I swear to God, I can barely catch one live anymore.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. Is not available. The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
That was 575-315-6000. 575-315-6000. That's Sheriff Wood's cell phone number that she's texting.
I've got 69,000. Yeah,
I'll
what?
shoot a text to him. I had his cell phone number the whole time.
Just wanted to see if he could get it.
Let's see. Let's do this. Yeah, you're right. We're gonna call it. I know. Lincoln County
Whoa.
Jail.
Who's this? Anna?
By the way, guys, this is the same
You can
county
go
where I
ahead.
did that video on a few months ago, where the sheriff had his father swear everyone in, but I can't remember exactly what the particulars of that case were, but his father couldn't swear everybody in. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I think his dad used to be a judge but got disbarred or something. But anyways,
Oh.
none of the deputies were sworn in, so they had to
Why is
throw
it
out all the
saying I
cases.
can chat
That's this
in
same
his
sheriff.
stream? I'm replaying his stream.
Same one.
Is this chat still open? No, it's still watching. No, it's not. Okay.
For like at least a year, I think it was. They didn't have any.
I just
sworn
never
in.
closed it.
Extension, you may dial it now. Otherwise, please listen to the following directory.
Matt already got the last chat in that stream.
100. Administrative Assistant 101. Assistant Work Pope 102. Booking 104. Kitchen 105.
Wait, this is the same county with the.
Observation 107.
This is the same county where the guy wasn't actually like allowed to swear people in. This is the same group, and so they had all those deputies. Is that this same county?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I showed you the Facebook page here. Boom. Look.
Extension number 108.
All the deputies getting sworn in at the same time.
I always forget to listen to the options. I always zone out.
Let me see
during
if
that.
there's any notes here. We're all scammers. Wow.
Hey, this is James. How you doing?
25 weeks ago.
Alrighty, yourself, sir.
Good. Who am I
Just
speaking with?
made 1
tonight?
dozen phone calls to the Lincoln.
Officer Edagon.
We've been turned in
Yeah.
for.
How you doing tonight, man?
Oh, I'm alive. Yourself?
Good, good. You sound great, man.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, do you want a
Wait.
health kick or something, man? You sound like full of energy.
They have it as their freaking Facebook banner.
Yeah. This
That's
is the
so
Facebook banner.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's another
I mean, he's
day,
got one of the
Yeah, I
dresses
haven't seen
on,
you up
so I don't
there
know.
in like 6 months
This
or so.
guy's
I haven't
actually
been
the
around
official
lately,
person that
but
actually did it. Or
hope
there's
the family's
there's
doing
no
well and
note with
everything,
it.
man.
It's just a bunch
But I
of
was
good
calling up there
comments.
to I'm trying to find out about that inmate
That
who might
is
be in
so
custody.
funny.
Everyone's just ripping them in
We
the
troll the
comments. Too.
shit out of them.
I've got a first name.
Well, I
Courtney?
have to log in with my inDOCtriNATION live, and then I'm not going to do it with my personal account.
Is the last name Akala?
Do it with Legends Recovery Center. Have them attack them.
Can I talk to her?
She would have to make the phone call to you.
Oh, it's James though. You can bring her out and you can bring her over to the desk. It's James.
Which James?
James.
Okay, we got my memory a little fuzzy right now.
Red beard, tall, blue eyes, sexy as hell. James.
From which department?
Oh no, the Department of External Affairs.
Who's split?
Oh, okay.
So
They're scallywags.
is she okay in there?
Yeah, right now she's so fine.
Okay. can you check on her? Make sure. Does she? Can you ask her if she needs anything? Any food, water, extra snacks, extra blankets or pillows?
I predict that JC's gonna come back and kick ass and beat us all.
They're from per inmate, and if the lieutenant deems necessary and everything, if it gets cold, then they give it an extra blanket. They
Okay.
get a mattress, and they get 3 pairs of uniforms. They're in shower shoes and slippers.
Okay. Hey, I can't remember the name of the deputy over there, the super dark skinned short dude. I'm drawn a blank on him.
Travis, he's the booking supervisor right now.
No, at the sheriff's department, not at the jail.
Sheriff's department?
Yeah. Oh my God, why am I drawing a blank on his name right now?
I know which one you're talking about. He's no longer with the sheriff's department.
Oh, he's not with the department at all?
Yeah, I don't know which department that he went to there, but he's no longer with Lincoln County.
Oh. Okay, isn't that the deputy that was trying to fuck your current inmate?
I do not know anything about that.
What was his name again?
I don't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about. And I think.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. I was kind of just calling up there to check on her because I from what I understood, she may be in the custody of a creepy dude who had her in handcuffs and was trying to make the move while she was in handcuffs. Allegedly. And so I hope you can understand, like, you know, it sounds like, you know, she snitched on him, and now a week later, 9 deputies show up to pick her up and throw her in a cage. Like something sounds weird. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
I don't know what kind of charges she's in here on. Anything right now. You know, I can transfer you down to the lieutenant if you want to, and you can talk to her.
Okay. Can you seriously though go and check on her for me? And I can wait on hold. I'm not in any hurry tonight. If you could go ask her if she needs any other extra blankets tonight, because I mean, cold is a matter of opinion, right? I mean, my wife loves it to be 60 degrees, but I can't stand it below 72.
I understand. Our policy is that I can't do that.
Oh, you can't give people
I was
extra
on that
blankets if
flush
they need
draws, yeah.
No, that's the lieutenant's responsibility.
Oh, Jesus. How about an extra fruit cup or something?
No, we don't give them extra food, any extra portions. They're
Well, you could tell them James asked for it.
well, that you can give to the lieutenant.
Okay.
You know,
all right. I mean, sure.
policy.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got no authority, I'll talk to the man in charge. It sounds like it's a woe man, huh? You do sound great, man. Though, so it's good to talk to you again. I got to get by there and visit with you again sometime.
Okay, well, fun. I work nights now.
All right, cool. I appreciate you, brother. I really do.
Okay, I'll put you on hold.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
I've never met this man in my life. I have no idea who he is. I hope the family's doing well. Oh, you sound great. I've never met this man in my life.
Oh, I had that end. I had you. I had the flush.
It's so much fun, guys.
I didn't know you could stay in with audio.
At least
That's cool.
I don't think I have. Aragon is a pretty common name out here.
Has this video popped up on his page yet, or is am I just lucky because I stayed on it?
Funny.
Get him, Jason.
VX Adventures. Hey, what's up? Here's the deal. Look, man. Yeah, never mind. Don't get too serious.
I didn't see it when I was looking,
break you down.
but I was looking for the original
Especially if you deal with
video of the girl, the interview that you were talking about.
Hello, who is it?
Lieutenant Valenzuela.
Lieutenant Valenzuela. How are you this evening?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. You sound great.
Lieutenant Valenzuela.
Always.
So, how you doing? Good tonight?
I had a suited 69, man.
Is the jail pretty full tonight, or is it a slow night?
I had the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. Just normal.
Yeah, pretty normal.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I was calling to check on Courtney.
So, what do you do to her?
BFFs.
Okay. So if she wants to call you, I'll give her your number. But I mean, that's gonna be up to her.
Oh no, sure, yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
But besides being,
How did he win that one?
And then she wants to give you a call. She can.
oh, you haven't even booked her yet.
No, she's not even booked in yet.
Hasn't she been there since about 1 in the afternoon?
No.
What time did you get her there?
I can't let you know all that, but it's because she has to go through who brought her? RPD? Oh no, Sheriff's brought her.
Sheriff's brought her?
So they don't automatically bring her here.
Where do they bring her before they bring her to the jail?
I can't tell you all that, but if you want to.
What do you mean you can't tell me all that information? Look, ma'am, I don't want to be rude or anything, but let me put it to you like this. I'll tell you exactly who I am, okay? My name is James Freeman. I did an interview with this woman last week where she told me about how she went public, letting people know that there was a deputy with the sheriff's department that was allegedly trying to pick her up and hook up with her while she was in handcuffs in the back of his car. Okay.
NJC.
So essentially, I mean, what she reported was something that's not only just out of line, but potentially illegal, because it kind of felt to her like, you know, hey, you either fuck me, lady, or charges could get worse. Does that make sense? As a woman, I hope you can understand this, right? Okay. Now, can you speak into the microphone a little bit better?
Did she ever file anything against that officer?
Yes, and that officer, from what I understand, is no longer with the department anymore. I don't know if that's true or not. He's at least on paid administrative leave. Now, 2 weeks later, 9 deputies from his department pick this woman up and make some really suspicious looking claims about what she may or may not have done today. And 9 deputies go and pick her up, and now she's booked in the jail.
To contact her, because all that I don't know if I haven't spoken with her.
Right.
So
right.
If you want to, whenever I pull her out, I'll give her your number. Oh, yeah.
Right. Well, here's my concern. I'm more concerned about her welfare. So you're telling me that the sheriff's department picked her up and didn't take her directly to the jail. This is the same sheriff's department where a deputy was trying to get that pussy. So, and you're telling me that they picked her up and they made, ma'am, we'll take turns talking. You're telling me that they picked her up and they just had her in some random place that nobody knows about for hours before they took her to the jail?
And they picked her up at 1 o'clock?
I don't know what time they picked her up, but you know, you're the one who told me that the sheriff's department doesn't. Ma'am, we got to take turns talking.
All right, sir. I have other things to do. So
you know what? If you can't get it together, look, we can talk over the phone or we can talk in person. Let's get to the bottom of this, okay, ma'am?
Right now,
stop being rude.
I can't give you any more information.
Listen, then, take turns talking.
Tomorrow, go ahead and speak with the chief.
Okay, can we take turns?
Go ahead. I'm not giving you no information.
Matt doesn't know like that unless he's got the nuts.
He can call you. Or
I get that. I get that. I'm not asking.
So you can ask her what time she came in.
Okay.
I'm not giving you that information.
Okay, great. But you're telling me she's in healthy condition at this moment?
Yes.
And you're absolutely sure that the deputies didn't take her somewhere and rape her before they brought her in?
They asked her all these questions. She could have told somebody here, and as far as I know, don't know nobody. So brought over here.
Well, it looks like the last time she told someone about alleged misconduct of a deputy, it looks like she's being retaliated against for it now. So of course, if they took her somewhere and, ma'am, you keep interrupting.
I don't know all this information. You need to speak with her. You can ask her.
Why do you keep interrupting?
Because you keep saying the same thing, and I don't know. Like I can't give no information.
It's as if you're dumb as dirt and nothing is getting through that thick skull of yours.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's just.
Why are you being so rude?
It's too good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Ma'am? Listen.
Hey, Mrs. Doc, buddy.
Again, I am trying to conduct an investigation here. At this point,
Well, you can stick with my teeth.
at this point, you are interfering with my investigation. You understand?
You can speak with my chief.
Is your chief there right now?
No, he's not. He'll be here tomorrow.
I don't have till tomorrow.
All right, sir. Well, that's all I can help you with. I can't see any more. So,
Do you always interrupt everybody?
I can tell you. You've been talking the whole time, so it's my turn to talk.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, I don't have any more information to give. If you want to talk to us, that's fine. He can call you.
Okay. When will she be booked in so that is she?
Whenever I have a chance to book her in, she'll be booked in.
Whenever you have the chance to. So you might retaliate for the fact that I just called and decide not to book her in for the next 6 or 7 hours. Is that true? That's a yes or a no question.
Did I say that? Did I say anything like that?
Did you say that? No, that's why I asked you. And that would be that's a yes or a no question. So you respond to it with either yes or no.
You're just assuming things.
I didn't assume anything. I asked a question.
Thank you very much.
You're a real nasty fucking cunt, aren't you?
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
I got to stop doing that, though. Oh, I got to stop doing that. I got to stop doing that. I just hate it when they're so nasty and just so dismissive. Like, fuck your screw your problems. Screw the people. I'm sorry. I've got to stop doing that. Really. I've got to stop. It is free speech, but
don't ever stop.
Man, these people just
Oops,
just the arrogant attitude. And the truth is, it's the fact that I know. What upsets me is it's the fact that you know that the truth is you can't actually do a dang thing about it. They got the power. They're willing to use any amount of force against you. And to be honest, that's why I get so upset.
There are no men.
You realize, look, the truth is we're actually completely powerless. They're going to do anything they want to us, and that's
well, there are,
also
but there's
the
not
reason
enough.
that I need to calm down because there's nothing that I can say or do, whether it be being nice or
that woman is their master.
There's nothing.
That's who they bow down to.
So, I apologize. I got mad and said not nice things to that not nice lady. Let me make one more phone call real quick.
This is where I started the stream.
I
don't think it's going to be.
Oh, man.
I don't know if it drops off there or not. Let's get on here. Oh, you gotta call that in.
Hey, do you want me to put you on speaker?
Or JC.
All right, I'm putting you on speaker. I had his name, I just forgot it. What's the deputy's name that's alleged?
Alleged is Martin.
Is that his last name or first name?
First name. Hold on, I'm getting it for you now. I just had it. He resigned on February 13th of 2024.
I don't think that's the same guy then.
No?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, because this guy, I don't know if this guy even resigned. I think that the guy at the jail had bad information. I think the guy still works for the department, which is, again, pretty concerning, right? I don't know if he's even back on duty, so I don't know if he was part of this arrest. But anyways.
Okay. Right. This is the one that was doing that wanted to have sexual relations with her, right?
No, tried to.
Well, yeah, tried.
Allegedly. While in handcuffs. Allegedly. We're talking about, for everyone watching live, we are talking about Lincoln County, New Mexico Sheriff's Office. You can contact their sheriff's department. You can contact their jail.
Nice check, buddy.
The lieutenant at
Look
the
at some of the
jail
equipment
is
they have.
just nasty. She's just nasty. As all right, that's cool, man. I'll okay. Thanks. No problem. Bye.
Their
right,
equipment
guys. Well,
cannot withstand.
I think that at the very
How many
least,
people
so
are
really,
armed in this country?
I do think about
The
these
problem is that
beforehand.
they're all a bunch
And
of
really
fucking
my main goal
bitches.
of
Their
No.
guns are
today
useless until
was
they
I
fucking
knew
wake up.
we wouldn't actually
No.
get anywhere because you don't
They
get
there's
anywhere.
enough of us when
And
the
so my main goal
when
was
it's time,
to
the
make
trigger
sure
will be
that they
pulled.
know that a lot of us know that she's in there and what's going on, so that hopefully they're a little more deterred from doing something really, really stupid. And you know, again, if she was completely in the wrong and all of this has been a lie and totally fabricated, then so be it, if that's what the case is. But I would like for the department.
I told my kid
finish the body
tonight that
cam,
if I see
and
somebody, I
let
want
us see.
GoPros on my front and
And
back,
in the meantime,
so I
while
can
she's
have
in
my hands
custody,
free. Because if
at
I
least
ever
they
see
know that
somebody
there are tens of
getting
thousands of eyes
beat up,
on
I'm going to
them,
freaking
and that we
defend
know
them
she's in
physically, and I might
Thanks
get
so much for watching.
hurt
For
or
those of
killed.
you
And he
who are
said,
reaching out
"That's
to them
fine,"
and politely,
because that's what he would want to do too.
I did a good job of that, didn't I? Those of you who have reached out and let them know that we know, I appreciate it, and I'm sure that she does too. And to me, I guess that's the biggest win we can hope for, right? At least let them know all eyes are on you. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, he posted very regularly until recently. The sheriff did. Look at this. I mean, almost every other day. And his last post is April 9th. It was a traffic incident. He didn't even post it. I mean, it's not him. His last little video where he talks about being transparent is March 20th. Oh, fuck that. Interesting. Yeah, see, this is when his
It's all about
camera...
transparency.
Mm-hmm. It'll kill you. Oh, 40. I missed something else here.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's James Freeman.
You dropped another video.
Freaking beat, exhausted today.
Oh, wait, this is the video. It's the same thing. Just finally loaded up.
There are tens of thousands of eyes on them, and that we know she's in their custody. So thank you guys so much for watching. For those of you who are reaching out to them and politely, I did a good job of that, didn't I? Those of you who have reached out and let them know that we know, I appreciate it, and I'm sure that she does too. And to me, I guess that's the biggest win we can hope for, right? At least let them know all eyes are on you. Have a good night, guys.
Why'd you let me take that little extra? You knew you were beat.
I had a pair. You got a flush on the river.
Mm-hmm. But high cards. I got you. But it's an obvious that the flush was there after that river. That's what I'm saying. You let me take that a little bit extra. Nice. Oh shit, let's get something playing. The best of Keweenaw Peninsula. There we go.
Welcome to Love Nesters and the 6th
video. No, not these guys.
Circle
I don't
series.
like these guys at all. They've been popping up in my fucking thing. And I'm going to keep getting them because they keep clicking on it. Stupid shit. I want this guy here. Abandoned Governor's Estate. Here we go. Restless Viking.
Restless Troublemakers. This is the Viking, and
I ain't popping.
We are headed to a interesting place.
Doc, you can go to your
that,
history
was owned by
and
a
click
former
on the
governor, given to the
little
University of
dots
Michigan,
and say
it's
remove
owned
from
and branded
watch
now.
history.
So it's the
Yeah, but that's just
Osborne Summer
history.
Residence
I don't
on
want it to
Sugar
pop up
Island.
in my feed
Channel's
anymore. That
Restless
that
Viking.
particular channel. They're
Like
just
and
I can't. They're
subscribe, and
annoying
we'll catch you
voices. Can't even
on the
listen
other
to
side.
them. Squeaky ass voices, and even the dude sounds gay.
Before we get to Governor Osborne's cabin, we have some friends and fellow adventurers to meet. Selfie and Man Down and their offspring.
I can't wait. I had the kids as students, so I can't wait to see them.
It's a couple miles on the St. Mary's River around the southern tip of Sugar Island, and we'll be there. So very shallow in the St. Mary's River, so we have to watch our prop. But there's the shipping lane, downbound channel, the two buoys, and then there's an aid to navigation way out there on top of a rock.
We were heading to the summer estate of Governor Chase Osborne, who was the 27th governor of Michigan. He was born in 1860 in the quintessential log cabin in Indiana. He attended Purdue University but did not graduate. He started his career working for newspapers, prospected for iron, and married a gal named Lillian Jones.
So that is Canada, and that is the United States. We are, I don't know, the border is like right there, about 30 feet out.
Hello, good morning. Hi, Delaney. It's good to see you.
It's by north end of Nevish, but it's on the mainland. Oh, we got some spikes there.
Hi, I'm Martha. It's so good to meet you. That's my dad. Are you ready? Yeah. Woo!
Oh, how are you?
That's Lily.
What are you doing? Smells like a cabin in here.
Yes.
Oh, you put your fenders down?
With the bacon and the wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, these island. That's the big island. You really can't see it because this rock one
is in the way.
in the
Okay.
way, and then we're right here.
Then that lighthouse you were talking about is over here.
Right here.
Okay. Yeah.
That's 5 miles away.
Okay.
So these are from creatures like bears that would try and break into our porch and then try and get into the cottage.
Did you catch a fish in that lure?
Not yet.
No. Not yet.
The cottage was built in the 1940s, and so this is 80 years old. And this whole cottage was the entire cottage. So from right here, that was an outside window, and this door was an outside window, and Martha would be standing in the bedroom.
5 of us. Road down there.
That's neat.
It's got to be the world's coziest kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, this is what I was looking for.
Ooh, nice whiskey. Juice.
Sugar Island vodka?
I have no idea. But...
Why don't you get right in the pilot seat, Laurel? Selfie is one of the few people that have earned the position of helmsman on Thor due to her outstanding seamanship.
GG.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Where do you want me?
Back by Laurel.
All right.
So we just picked up
Did you knock out
Selfie and
JC?
Man Down,
Hello.
fellow adventurers, and their offspring. Poppins had as a teacher.
Love seeing them grown up.
And I did some adventures with them, including some crazy Lake Superior, large 8,000-pound steel boats with 15 horsepower motor adventures. So we are going to go check up on Chase Osborne's, Governor Osborne's summer residence. So here we go. And by the way, Restless Viking history, Selfie gets to pilot Thor, and that's a rare occurrence.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
In 1889, Chase was postmaster in Sault Ste. Marie and a game warden in 1895. He served as governor from 1911 to 1913. He did the political thing for a while, then went back to newspapers, iron prospecting, and writing books.
Where the rocks are.
There's a lot of branches, but the rock.
Yeah, if we can't get in there.
So this is the library. So Chase lost a bunch of manuscripts he was working on in Georgia, due to a fire. So when he came up here, he had his library made out of cement block and a metal roof.
You think the combination is the year he was born? What was that, 1896? These cement buildings they built at the turn of the century are very curious to me.
Built in the 1920s, the library was built to resist fire and to protect over 7,000 volumes. Now it houses some artifacts like furniture, dishes, posters, and
Damn, buddy.
Heck yeah.
From the library, the ruins of the Little Duck Cabin lie just north in the woods.
It's a rocky island.
Cruise season started today.
Is this Little Duck?
Yes.
So this is
I
Little
believe
Duck?
so, yeah.
I think so.
And that goes out to, yeah, to Big Duck. We'll walk down to the duck.
Although the estate is now owned and cared for by the University of Michigan, it's fallen into disrepair and seems essentially abandoned.
What's that supposed to mean, Marv?
She loves you.
It's a metal like armoire. It's a dresser. So Little Duck Cabin. Some call it his workshop. Others say that he'd sleep in here and let family and guests sleep in Big Duck. So you choose, according to the history books, which one you want him to do.
In fact, there's actually a Facebook page for this preserve.
Is there?
And a couple of the locals have been in some verbal battles on there about letting this go. And,
Is that right?
Oh, it's funny when you look at some of these things.
So let me get this straight. We went by the island, but it's down there. There's an island down there where Man Down proposed to you.
Yeah.
Very nice. So did you guys come on dates here?
We did. We'd hike around.
You guys ever have sex here?
No.
Why not?
Too many mosquitoes.
Aha, that makes sense.
Yes, I think this is where that dude slept.
Oh, it was right here?
I think so.
Oh, the caretaker.
Yes.
What was the caretaker's name, Mark? We do just enough research to be dangerous.
No one will know if you're wrong.
Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah. Well, I was here in
I'm not paying
2006.
attention. I don't even know what I checked, so I'm not phone.
Oh, let's see. Let me zoom in. Chuck, how does your hair look? Excellent.
Wow. Built it right on a rock. That's pretty cool. Rocks on both sides. So what's the story?
We believe the Undertaker stayed here.
Okay.
And this was just
The Undertaker or the caretaker?
Yes, caretaker.
Oh, that's
Jib
Charlie.
Andrews.
Isn't it Charlie Andrews? I think it's Charlie Andrews.
So Jib supposedly was native?
He is one of the last full-blooded Chippewa Indians that was on the island. He's
Oh,
on
really?
the front of that book.
Oh, okay.
Look at
Wow.
this.
Everything
Sugar
ties
Island
together eventually.
sampler.
Here's the water that went up to the main house.
Really?
See that?
What are we doing?
So this, yeah, came right down here in the water. And then the pump would be up in the main cabin, which we're
Or
going
right
to, or
here.
it could be here.
Yep. Looks like it used to hold a pump.
Yeah.
Then the line continues on. There's an electric box. All right, let me see if I can fix it.
Get it go.
And then this is a pressure tank.
That's holding up the top.
it honestly is. Yeah. So it was basically like a well with a pressure tank, ladder inside, squeeze the water, created pressure, sent it up to the house, and when it needed to, it'd pump it in. I guess.
Like people just don't come and explore.
I know, that's crazy. So was this Big Duck?
Yes, this is the big duck house, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Still got part of the roof on it. Cement foundation. Beautiful wood stove.
Wouldn't that be cool to take out of here and
Yeah, it would be.
refurbish that?
But I suspect I know why they didn't take it out. Old ice box. Look at those cooling fins.
This one was cement foundation. This is a smaller cabin too.
I have the straight and flush draw.
It's a huge fieldstone fireplace that warmed up, and if the fire died down, it would still warm the cabin. It's a very tall ceiling all the way up to that tar. And we could probably still build a fire in here. No, it doesn't turn anymore.
I like the mantle. And then the tree that's growing right through it.
Oh, I thought that was a stick.
No,
that's a tree.
That tree has grown through the fireplace.
Yeah.
Solid iron. That is crazy. Yeah, I know. I just tried to move it, but no dice. Oh, that's the wall. I thought that was the ceiling. So they just took a sawzall or chainsaw to it, cut it off, and let it fall. So no matter how you feel about the U of M football team, they kind of suck for letting this go to waste. I mean, kind of.
Oh,
Brandon's still lurking, man.
That's cool.
Apparently they haven't had much time to catch up, so.
I'm in here. Shit.
So I guess Governor Osborne's nickname was the Iron Hunter for speculation. And if you go here in the YouTube video, it'll bring you to 5born Corey. Yeah, I know. I think they nicknamed him the Iron Hunter, though. 1869 or 1860. That's the combo we got to try in the library.
Oh, yes.
So the story goes, Chase Osborne, at the age in his 60s, married, Chase when he was in his 50s, he and Lilia, I think it's Lillian
Nice.
Osborne, adopted Stella Nova when she was 37 years old. After Lillian died,
Tired.
Chase had the adoption annulled.
I'm not tired that
Before he
time.
died, he married Stella Nova, and now he and her are buried together on this island. So that's kind of a story. So I heard today from Laurel's dad that the United Nations once might have been on Sugar Island. They were considering it.
Yes. Chase Osborne was pushing.
Yes. So he was a pioneer advocate of workers' compensation and a lot of other progressive ideas. In fact, he still campaigned for Teddy Roosevelt when he left the Republican Party and became a progressive. And that's probably why he only won one election as governor. And pretty much the rest of his political elections didn't go very well. So after his governorship, he traveled the world and he came back here.
Damn it,
He lived in a place called Possum Poke in Georgia, which is where he passed away. And posting now is the picture of him in Stella Nova a couple days before he died. But a very interesting man. And I believe Hoffman is considering an investigative report. So 3,000 acres, right, of land here, of preserve, the entire island of Duck Island and parts of Sugar Island, right?
Equates to the University of Michigan.
And he got to live here until he died in 1949. And then Stella Nova got to live here until 1989. Until she passed away. Jimmy, what is this? Yeah, do you know what it is? It's a pile of stones that are cemented together.
Could be some e-logs in there. I'm not sure.
So is the bridge like...
So the bridge is right through here.
Oh, okay.
And we'll walk around to that.
All right. So the trail used to come around this way?
Correct.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and it was actually where the water is.
Nice. High water. It's the ghost of Chase Osborne. Opening the gates of hell. So I believe Waterbug Landing over here, maybe over by that stone. Waterbug Landing's where Chase used to bring his boat over. It's called Waterbug, the name of his boat. Here is the bridge to get here from land. So you can get to this, you can get to the Osborne summer residence by land. The high water is something these days. Some beaver tailings. I think they might be building a dam here. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, the Beaver Lodge, and now they're going to build the dam here because it's convenient. So they started to throw some sticks on here. I don't know where it is now. It may have been trapped out of here. But this is obviously the startings of a beaver dam. So interesting. This is a well-used trail here.
Well, this is part of the trail that the Eagle Scout worked on years ago, and it stayed cleared.
Because he took some time with it. Eagle Scouts, an American legend.
They used to mark everything in red from the trail back to the Osborne cabins. But not many markers are left anymore.
I'm looking at them. I'm trying to get caught up. I'm gonna have to go back and read them all.
Obviously, they don't have art classes at U of M anymore. Oh, this is the Eagle Scout project. He did the sign.
Yes, the Eagle Scout.
Mr. Scott Aldridge. I bet you he's like the CEO of a major company now. You're actually the perfect YouTube guide guy.
So looking north here takes you back into Duck Lake, which then in turn takes you back out to the St. Mary's River. Again, a lot of panfish back here, bass, pike.
You never used to be able to come back here?
No, back in this area, it was too shallow. But now with how high the water is, you can make it back here with pontoon boats.
Since we arrived by water, our tour of the preserve was reverse of how most would visit. We ended at the public entrance.
The trails into the preserve, if you come from Sugar Island, come to this bridge, the private property sign that we can't read anymore.
Okay, so this is Sugar Island, and then across the bridge is Duck Island.
Okay.
With our tour complete, we headed back to the Buick's cottage to visit and do Viking things.
So if the Restless Viking ever shows up to do a tour of a place with you, using you as a local guide, it is customary to have this many or more bottles of whiskey available. So here we are at the after exploration, and this is how you treat the Restless Viking right here in Poppins. To the whiskeys and juices. You know what I mean? My glasses. So yeah, that's done. Thanks for your
thank you.
Tutelage and guidage and adventuring.
Yes, thank you.
About 500 million years ago, this place was covered by a shallow ocean. It was subtropical here. Well, actually, here was at the equator at the time. Continents shifted and wandered. Oceans came and went. Now, there are cracks in the earth and sinkholes that sometimes have whirlpool as water drains, perhaps in the Lake Huron. All of that worked together to create our next adventure.
We're at Mystery Valley near Posen, Michigan.
I'm Chuck.
I'm Poppins.
Channel's Restless Viking.
Oh man, if that fucking thing would have dropped, you'd have gone all in too. That fucking heart would have dropped. You've been all in.
It all started
This
during the
thing would be over.
Devonian period, about 350 to 400 million years ago. There were two supercontinents back then, Gondwana and Euramerica. This place was part of Euramerica. Pangaea was a little later. And the Devonian period was called the Age of the Fishes because the Earth was covered by ocean. About 85% of the Earth was ocean. And life on land hadn't developed that much, just some scrubby vegetation. And the ocean that was around Euramerica at the time was shallow, including right here. And there were huge shallow
Damn,
coral
buddy.
reefs. This is a swallow hole.
You got a 3 or hearts
Though,
or
but
just bullshit?
we'll get to that later.
So it's crazy to think that this land didn't even exist until you go 800 feet down. That land did exist, but it was down by the equator. It was subtropical and warm. Not a lot of life lived on it. However, in the oceans, it was teeming with life.
So at Mystery Valley, you come to the highest point. It's called Rocky Top. That is Devonian era limestone, which is pretty cool. Now, you might ask yourself, why is something that's normally 800 feet below the surface at the surface? And it's because glaciers, after they left, the land uplifted after it had been scraped clean. And this part probably uplifted faster and further than all the other parts. And speaking of glaciers, all those rocks were piled up by farmers who were no doubt grumbling to themselves after they had to pick up all the waste left by a glacier. And I'm thinking they no doubt had to pile a whole bunch of rocks, and big ones too, huh, Poppins?
Big ones.
So the ocean's oxygen levels, the kind of dissolved oxygen levels that support life, rose and fell during this time. And combined with meteor impacts, it caused some mass extinctions. And all that teeming life that died became the limestone. That all created the foundation for a lot of Michigan's geology. All of the gypsum mines, all of the Petoskey stones, and even the features here at Mystery Valley. Those massive oceans eventually evaporated and dried up. And that ocean, after it evaporated and dried up, left behind a bunch of minerals like gypsum, anhydrite, salt, lime, in a layer that we refer to as the Detroit River Group. And most of that layer is 800 feet below us today. Later in the Devonian period, you had a harder layer of shale and harder limestone that we call the Traverse Group. And that's where Petoskey stones come from. So we have two layers, the Detroit River Group and the Traverse layer. The Traverse layer is harder than the Detroit River Group, and it's on top. So the last element to enter our story is water. Over the millennia, the water started eroding the anhydrite, gypsum, and limestone. Eventually, that water eroded a labyrinth of caverns. Those underground chambers eroded.
Let me switch this to tab.
Eroded to become larger and larger. And soon they collapsed and became a valley. And that collapse, 800 feet below the surface, shows up today as cracks in the earth. And those earth cracks are all over here at Mystery Valley. And they say it's a good idea to stay on the trail. We've taken the earth crack trail to start, and so that's where you start to see small little earth cracks pop up, and then eventually you parallel pretty large earth crack.
We're shutting it down after this video, I think. It's long. No, it's not that long. 10 minutes, 8 minutes.
All of that moss normally wouldn't grow here if these cracks weren't there, which is one of the reasons they don't want you to enter it and disturb it. So we're here on the south slope of Mystery Valley itself. And the south slope is where you can see these cracks in the earth. Down there is the valley, which is 1.5 miles long, 500 feet wide at its widest point, and 150 feet deep. And then way over there is the north slope, which you don't see any cracks in the earth because the glaciers dumped a bunch of stuff inside of them. You can only see them here on the south slope. Poppins is pondering the geological features of the Great Lakes presently. And this valley, Mystery Valley, is one of the largest examples of a collapsed valley in the Great Lakes. We're going to go check that out next because Mystery Valley gets its name from the valley, not from the earth cracks. So basically, the way I see it as a layman, down there is the valley. The land used to be kind of flat. It collapsed right there, drew these sides in, causing the earth to fracture and open up as everything collapsed in down there. Must have been quite a day for the chipmunks and squirrels that were in this area when this thing collapsed. Wouldn't you say, Poppins? But the story gets a little better from here. Isn't geology fun sometimes? Poppins, do you think geology is fun sometimes?
Absolutely. I was a science minor in college, and I'm always fascinated, as you know, with rocks.
She does like to collect rocks, that's for sure. Would you guys like to go down to the valley and check out the actual mystery? So do I. So it'd be really helpful if you liked and subscribed to encourage us to do more of this. So here at Mystery Valley, you can see brachiopods, bryozoa, and somewhere in here is crinoid. The circular discs would be crinoid. Kind of interesting, you can see fossils from that long ago.
And then there's a woolly bear, look.
Then we have the infamous woolly bear.
So how wide the brown stripe is, it predicts the hardness or the harshness of winter.
He says it's going to be quite tropical this year. Winds out of the southwest, 10 to 20 miles an hour. Snow, cold and shitty at times. Wet, cold, and shitty at other times.
Last year I found an all-black woolly bear.
No way.
Yeah, way. I found an all-black one. So this year it looks like he's predicting a harsher winter.
Your winters are going to be harsh, humans. Down, 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 Poppins, we're going down, 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 down.
Does that mean we have to go up, 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 up?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
There's that.
Right.
This trail looks like it used to be a road at some point. So Mystery Valley used to be a little bit of a tourist spot.
Cleaned it up.
And here's evidence of its brief history as a tourist location. Valleys typically have a river running through them or some sort of water,
There you go.
but almost always a river. Mystery Valley doesn't have a river anymore because they dammed it up in the 1900s. Early 1900s, they dammed it up. So Poppins and I are at the Sunken Lake. It's the Sunken Lake right there. And it's the evening before we do an exploration. And this used to go into Mystery Valley. Back at the campground, you can see the dam that they created to keep this lake from draining away. And down there is Mystery Valley. But there's still water in Mystery Valley, which is kind of the mystery in that a lake fills up in Mystery Valley. Typically, it fills up in the spring and then it goes down in the fall. And often, this lake is nothing but water. But in the spring, the water typically rises at Mystery Valley. And you can see the evidence of the dead trees and that the water rises. And then in the fall, it typically goes out. And it has done that this year. So from that location where all the limestone is, typically Mystery Valley fills up with water about 30 feet deep there. And in most parts, it's 20 to 25 feet deep. So where I'm standing is usually water up there a ways. You can see the evidence of the recent water, but it's apparently been gone for a while. Still has that smell of late water muck. You know, you can smell the fact that there was water here not too long ago. It still kind of stinks. So the water that used to come in here to Mystery Valley was actually from a river. And it would flow from down there to here. And then it would just disappear into this rock face. And the reason that the water from that river just disappeared is because of this. It's called a swallow hole. That literally swallows things, including the water from that river. So that's why they dammed it up, because the loggers, all their logs would come here and kind of get jammed up. So they tried to fill this in and cover it up, but it just kept sucking everything through. So every
I wish
year,
it would show them.
usually every year, the lake fills up with spring
Show
runoff,
us on the Facebook or on
comes up here, and then it drains through that swallow hole. And they think it drains into Lake Huron, but they're not sure.
OSC.
But that's their best guess. So
And
somewhere
that's
out
the
in Lake
cat pond.
Huron is the outlet.
I can't believe
The
YouTube
Gibson water
approved that
comes
one.
out. Now, in 1915, till about 2020 or so, this lake didn't dry up. It stayed wet. And they don't know why. They think maybe somewhere down there it was plugged, or they think the high water level of Lake Huron kept the lake from draining. And I fully expected coming up here today to see that as all water, but I'm very excited to see that it's drained out and it's drained through this swallow hole, which when this lake starts to drain, there's actually a whirlpool that forms as it drains out into that swallow hole. And that was the mystery of Mystery Valley, is the disappearing water. You can see the rock face, the limestone.
What is he talking about?
And
He's
I did
talking
not
about
expect
what
the
a
swallow
whirlpool,
hole
dude.
to be this deep. It's recommended you don't go in there because everything's unstable. The rocks come tumbling down from the top. I'm not so sure I want to go down in there. What do you think, Poppins?
I did.
I'll stay up here on dry land.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? So here's the thing that's a mystery to me. Lake's dried up. We're kind of elevated here. It's got to go up and over to get in that swallow hole. Why is there no water down here? Well, Poppins just informed me, because she's a bit of a genius, that there's a second swallow hole over here. You can actually see where the water has drained recently.
This guy's a Viking, man.
Into this swallow hole.
He's a fucking Viking.
This is where the lake
Made a new
I'm
layout.
guessing. And all these rocks piled up was a former owner of this land who tried to gain access to the underground passages, because a lot of residents of Presque County kind of think that there's a mammoth cave under here of Michigan, huge underground caverns, and they'd kind of like to see what it is. And it really isn't probably that far down because it supposedly connects with Lake Huron. So Mystery Valley, a unique and interesting geological feature that you can come explore today that contains evidence of many millions of years of Michigan's history, at least geologically speaking. And if you get a chance, come up here. And if you also get a chance,
Yeah, but he's got money and can
sure you like
travel
and
all the
subscribe,
time and
bud.
record himself doing it.
I'm Chuck.
I'm Poppins.
Channel's Restless Viking. We hope to see you again soon.
I think Poppins has money and he married her and they can just do this. It was cool. Come over, Andy. Yeah, there's a little bit of that. How long is this one? 12 minutes. All right, I can do one more.
In northern Michigan, between Cadillac and Traverse City, 33 stone markers mark the location of an ancient 55-mile trail. The trail
probably gonna
probably
get
has
me.
a history that dates back to 700 BCE.
I've been playing a lot of
It was
this
used by the
stuff.
Hopewells as well as the Anishinaabe. And then in the 1940s, a guy named Milo Petoskey Crosby started
I'll
marking
put it
the
in the
trail.
description.
And Poppins and I are on a mission to go find those stones. I'm Chuck.
I'm Poppins.
Channel's Restless Viking. Let's go look at some history.
And the trail starts here at the north side of Lake Mitchell, here in Cadillac, Michigan. It used to be called Big Clam Lake. There's evidence of the Hopewell tribe that dates back to 600 BCE. And then around 1200, the Three Fires people, the Odawa, Ojibwa, and Potawatomi, started using this trail that
feel
goes
better
from
now.
here all the way up to Traverse City. So this area was very fertile. They could fish right here, and they farmed the land. This is marker 1, where it all begins. Let's head to marker 2.
So most of the markers are along busy roads. So it's not a trail you can hike, but it is a trail you can visit by car, which makes it kind of neat. And marker number 3 is called the Boone marker because 2 miles west of here is the town of Boone, Michigan. This is the town of Boone, Michigan. And about 1,200 years ago, they discovered Hopewell mounds and circles. So here was a recognizable garden site where they grew corn, beans, and squash about 1,200 years ago.
Yeah, see? Yeah, that's all they're doing is markers. I thought it was like hidden spot type things.
Ash trees all around. There aren't any now. Ash trees were important for the native.
Did she say ashtrays? Yeah, ashtrays are essential if you're smoking. Corn, beans, and squash. Well, most of them are pretty good. I've watched it. As you see, I've seen a ton of his videos. Oh, is this one 8 minutes? Okay.
This is the site of the first European settlement in Ontario, in the lands of the Wyandot people, a land called Wadaki, the land apart. In 1648, there were 66 Frenchmen that lived here, and it was a fifth of the population of New France. But disease and constant attack by the Iroquois set the stage for the burning of the mission in 1649 and the murder of Canada's first martyrs. And it marked a big change in society and the culture of the Great Lakes and eventually North America. We're on the south shore of Georgian Bay at Ste. Marie among the Hurons in Midland, Ontario. I'm Chuck.
I'm Poppin.
The channel's Restless Viking. Let's explore this history.
Who's the one that lives in Ontario? This is close to where he's at. Yeah, you gotta have a fucking expedition or a truck or like a Bronco, a full-size Bronco. He's had like 3 different Jeeps throughout these videos though, so I'm thinking maybe he's got some sponsorship things going on too. Because he's got the whole camping setup on him and shit.
It's 1610, and an Etienne Burlet was welcomed by the Wyandot people. He called them the Hurons, and he spent a year with them, learning their language.
Good morning, Midwest.
Language and their culture, and at the same time convincing them to trade furs with the French. And in 1615, we get a flavor for what it was like to be a Wyandot from Samuel de Champlain. He describes 18 villages with 13.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a lease. I think, but I like Dirty's assessment.
15,000 people living in the land. He even describes a long cabin that had many fires and 24 families living in it. Then the Jesuits came in the 1630s, and they were on a mission to bring the word of God and to create converts. And the indigenous people were really a tough sell because they would say, why would I want to go to heaven? No one I know is there. My ancestors aren't there. But they brought something else too. They brought a great pestilence of unknown origin, which was actually smallpox probably, and other European diseases. And this caused distrust between the Jesuits and the indigenous people of the area, and especially the Iroquois, which were so incensed because they believed the pestilence was brought by the Jesuits that they started attacking them and the Huron converts. But the Jesuits pushed forward their mission of bringing the word of God, and in 1639, with only a handful of Jesuits and French lay people, they built the first building, which eventually became Ste. Marie among the Hurons. So even though they built this stockade for 10 years, the Iroquois continued to attack the Jesuits and the Huron. So the harassments and attacks by the Iroquois continued.
Wait, what are thunder flares?
And they culminated here at Awabashan, one site of martyrdom.
It was 1649, and Father Brebeuf and Father Lament were brought here by the Iroquois. They were killed by use of boiling water and fire by stake.
With Father Brebeuf and Father Lelament dead, their Wendat allies brought the bodies back to the mission. Their skeletons were stripped of their flesh to keep as relics, and their remains buried. And with another Iroquois attack imminent, they decided to abandon and burn the mission.
So after burning the mission, they retreated there to St. Joseph Island, now Christian Island. And they faced a winter of starvation. And finally, in the spring, they returned to Quebec City.
And the relics of the murdered fathers began a religious journey toward canonization with the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church eventually constructed Martyr Shrine across the street from the abandoned mission, and in 1982, Brebeuf's skull arrived back home at the shrine.
In 1925, Father Fillion had a vision for a more substantial remembrance. So he purchased this farmland here. He acted as an architect, engineer, and foreman. He hired 50 shipbuilders to build the shrine.
Absolutely dirty.
So Father Fillion wanted both groups, the Europeans and the natives, to feel welcome. So he planned the outside as a Belgium
See, in some of their videos, they'll jump the fence.
Gothic revival style. And on the inside, he had an inverted canoe design modeled after a native's longhouse. In 1930, Pope Pius held a ceremony mass in Rome, canonizing these 8 martyrs. And here, everyone gathered at the 12th station of the cross to commemorate the canonization of these martyrs.
Did you get some decent sleep, Midwest?
And for 3 centuries, the mission lay abandoned, and was referenced a couple times as some old French ruins. But then, in the 1950s, they started archaeological digs, and now they've recreated the mission. And we're going to go check out First Light at Christmas celebration.
We'll be there. I'll have a tab open for you.
So this is the main gate that we're going to head into.
Bed pretty soon. We'll be to work tomorrow by noon.
Up here is the Northwest Palisade. Leads up to an overlook of the river.
Okay, so this is a maple syrup log. They would put the sap inside and then take hot rocks and put it in the sap to boil it off.
That's the best part. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously the lighting's not very good for GoPros, but over there is the Jesuit residence. Here is the church, which tonight is a music hall.
Yeah, I'm going to kill it as he goes live, depending on how long it's going to be.
Let's go inside.
Yeah, get up and go whenever you want, stay as long as you want, sit wherever you want, do whatever you want.
Now, you know how they got here, do you? Scrape the flesh off the bones and reverently put it back in the ground, then took the bones and wrapped them in blankets and took them with them as they went running to Georgian Bay onto rafts over to Christian Island.
So we just had a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me to stand with Father Pat from the Martyr Shrine in the old Church of the Fort, and we were by the grave of Father Brebeuf.
There you go.
Was martyred here.
I was so impressed with his dedication to the world and making it a better place.
Those who
who are brave enough to pick up a drum tonight, we're not going to do that double beat because it's a little bit tougher to pick up. Okay, we're going to do a single straight beat, so you're going to follow me. Thank you all for coming to First Light. And until we see each other again, we say Belmont people welcome. Until we see each other again.
White people jamming with one red.
Michigan's Keweenaw Peninsula is rugged, a 60-mile finger of volcanically formed rock that formed over 1 billion years ago. As the continent rifted apart, Lake Superior's basin formed, with massive stone
It's gonna be boring
shells
shit like
collapsing
this.
inward,
You know
forming
what?
the peninsula.
A video like this, how many views does it have?
This is the site of the first.
50
Michigan's
no, I'm not
Keweenaw
even gonna watch
Peninsula
this.
is rugged, a 60-mile.
Not even gonna watch it. Let's see, is anybody live? Movie Logic. Not on here though.
Most bluebacks aren't even blue.
Let's watch him out. I'll still give him a like here first. Oh, Ricada's on too. This guy is suing a judge.
Something like this. The Bloomberg form. Like this.
He's the most base Jew I've ever met in my life.
That's a blueback. Sometimes they're cream. They're often cream or like off-white or dark blue. Sometimes gray, yellow. That's back. Oh, that's the least thing I've ever seen. But if I ask them to put on a blueback, and it goes on the back. That's why it's called a blueback. It faces outward, the opposite direction from everything else. Usually they have a form inside. I'm not even sure if I have bluebacks. I used to have bluebacks. I really haven't done legal work since like COVID. I haven't had to have a blueback since COVID. I have to dig up my bluebacks. God.
Yes.
Dude, all you need to do is send me the $500 and I will send it to you. You don't have to bid. You don't have to bid. You just need to send it. That's what it is. It's that 500 is worth the hassle and aggravation of me taking down your information, of doing the whole printout, taking down your information, signing off on the thing, and sending it out. Because honestly, as I told Lady Logic, like I was like, no, I would not sell. I would not. That's why, like when the whole signed hat thing, I was like, if I knew that I could regularly sell a signed hat for $100, I would never do it. And Lady Logic, if she heard me say that, she would be furious. And when I told her how I told my audience that, before I finished, she's like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" and then I finished up with, and I told my audience that she would be furious if she heard that. It's true. It's true. That's how much I hate doing my paperwork kind of stuff. I really just want to like just talk and make my case.
Look at this.
Can you just put blue? I got this already.
Right back.
Precisely. That's the other thing also. That's precisely the point. Okay. This court wants you to use more unneeded paper products like blueback. Greta's still crying. Court wants more to end. Yes, it's true. It's true. It's the end of the world, you know it. Yeah, squeaky wheel. I'm going to sign anyone I send to. I'll be signing it. I'll sign the front, and I'll sign what I normally would sign. Although that's going to be part of the print job, so I'll have to sign next to it. The way I would for court. I'll make a banner. It's the gayest thing I've ever done. I can't do the banner even. I feel I'm embarrassed to write these words. I'm embarrassed to write these words. I am. I'm embarrassed to write these words. Fine.
Wow. I'm back. Sorry, guys.
It's hard for me to know.
I've been listening to this, so it couldn't have been great to watch. He's at the end of the stream anyway.
Like Parenthood in America,
This guy's better.
but they did do that. We're like, maybe don't. And while you're busy killing all the Jews, could you just not take over all the countries around you that we don't like that? And honestly, if you guys pay attention to FDR and stuff, he's like, well, the Jews are dying in camps. That's nicer than when I was dying. Right? I didn't get a camp. I had to die in the wilderness alone. My brother left me out there with a wheelchair. Teddy Roosevelt wasn't FDR's brother. Maybe his dad, uncle. I don't know. Rapist. So I don't know who he was. FDR's like, I was left out in the woods alone. They get a camp. That's nice. I would have loved to shower with cyanide, but my wheelchair would have rusted. Zyklon. It was Zyklon back then. Sorry, my glasses didn't make that. He didn't like them very much either. Well, they're killing Jews. So? And they're like, well, actually, though, Japan just attacked Pearl Harbor. Oh, my God, the slanties? Get them. I'd get them myself. I'd wheel myself down an aircraft carrier, launch me towards Japan. But he didn't like that's the moral of the story here. FDR, did he appoint one Jew to the Supreme Court? No. And you're like, well, they're lawyers. They have to be on the Supreme Court. It's the biggest court. He's like, they will not pass. Like Gandalf, but for Jews, he stopped them from being on the Supreme Court, and he stopped America from saving them in the Holocaust. But it wasn't complicated. Maybe it was complicated. Now that I think about it, kind of complicated. I take back everything I said, except everything about FDR. That guy's a fucking asshole. I'm glad he was paralyzed or whatever. Polio, good. Because history is edited. Oh, wow. That's what Gina Carano wrote online at the time. Because history is edited. History is edited. That's real. I don't know how people don't know this is not controversial. History's edited. Okay? God damn it. Most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, I'm listening. The government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. That's actually accurate. The bad part, though, is I don't think the Germans needed much help. For those little rascals, we'll get you out of this country next. And they didn't but that is true. They're like, you know what? You guys should hate the Jews. 4 out of the 5 are like, we're all dentists and we approve this message. The one guy's like, well, I'm also a dentist, but why should not? The teeth. It all goes back to how many teeth? That's a lot of teeth. Don't ask questions about the dentists in Germany. Forget I said dentists. But they're like, no, that like seriously, you guys should probably hate these guys because that's why your house costs so much. I don't know who we're supposed to hate anymore, because our houses, our interest rates are high, payments are high, house pricing's high. We're not allowed to hate anybody though. But back then, like, these guys have all the money and they make your clothes because textiles. And they came up with reasons for people like, they're like, yeah, actually, I do hate those guys. Like, they seem terrible. And they're like, but we take Friday night, Saturday morning off. You don't have to see with us. You don't have to deal with us. Hang out in our houses. That's what we will get them, right? Because they knew where to get them. They knew where they'd be Friday night and Saturday morning because they're backwards people who don't understand clocks and when the day starts. Because they read the Torah and not the Christian Bible, King James Version, which says that a divorce is okay because he really wanted to get rid of that one bitch and get the other bitch because the other bitch could get pregnant, maybe, but the first bitch couldn't. She only gave me girls, and like China, I don't like those. King James Bible's great. Anyway, so that's the first part of the message. They made the German people hate the Jews that were next to them. They did that. That's real. Carano wrote online.
Great uniforms.
How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? Here's the thing, guys. That's a question. Again, jokes aside. Jokes aside. That's a question. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? Well, I can think of some ways. I can think of some hows that are out there. But it is a conversation starter, right? It's like, how is that any different from hating someone for their political views? Well, first of all, you'd have to imagine that the Jews in Nazi Germany were a monolith, right? They're a monolith. They're all the same. But they weren't. There were probably a couple of weird ones, like Zuckerberg or whatever. It was like, no, I actually like this. This is good. This is good. This is how I wax my car and I talk to Hitler. I like this guy. Sieg Heil. Sieg Heil. Like, right? Like, bagel in one hand, Sieg Heiling in the other. Like, that guy existed. Like, as weird as that sounds, maybe not funny to you, I guarantee you there was a Sieg Heiling Jew who's like, I just woke up. I missed it all. What happened? We're all doing this. It's good. There's that little guy with a funny mask. I bet he's Jewish too. He looks about the same size as me. I saw him at the last. Pick a Jewish holiday. I don't know. Just don't say Ramadan. Don't say that one. Or those will come for you. They only get 2 echoes. But you know that there, of course, were Nazi sympathetic Jews. They're all to think that any one people is a monolith. So we got some differences. Like, well, they don't hate the Jews because of their political views. Hate them because they're Jews. That's a difference. Right? Because otherwise, they would have hated other people who politically aligned with the Jews. Okay. But as we've seen, like, let's get back to the Nazis for just a second. Not that we ever left, right? We are on the right, after all. And we were quoting Daily Beast earlier. But think about this. Think about this honestly. Modern American Jews, right? Like, those. What part of the National Socialistic Party would they not like other than killing Jews? It's a fascistic, government-led party, favored specific businesses. They didn't like Jewish ones, but we do, right? Like, you have all these bills talking about how you can't talk about Jewish-owned businesses and stuff like that in various places. They're trying to criminalize speech against Jews. They can't criminalize it. They create these organizations that go after them. You know what that sounds like? Fascistic oppression. Just not against Jews, though, right? Like, so what part of the actual ideology, beyond the hatred of Jews, because they're like, I guess central banking or whatever, what part of this thing did they actually not like? I don't know. The modern American Democrat Jew, I'm not sure what they overly disagree with other than the hatred of Jews. Maybe they can come tell me about it. I don't know, because What am I, a Jew? DJI82 says, that software I keep offering to you can pull both audiences at the same time. No joking. Oh my God, used to have to be a genetic mutation, an anomaly to pull two at the same time. Right? Let's see. Me04120 says, Nick was the second funniest guy at the bowling alley because no one has better comedic timing than that cheese guy. Dude, that cheese guy was funny. Great. I love that. Cheese, if you're out there, I'll invite you to my house. My whiskey's gone. I better consult the Germans. All right. So Disney's side wrote in the filing, sorry, I'm delaying this for no reason, that Carano's decision to compare, quote, criticism of political conservatives to the annihilation of millions, maybe, of Jewish people. No, they didn't call them Jews. They called them Jewish people. Wait. Notably not thousands. Why does it say that? Why does this article say? Here's the quote. This is a quote from the Disney filing. I have to say this. Shit. This is weird. Quote, criticism of political conservatives to the annihilation of millions of Jewish people and N dash, notably not thousands, was the last time she'd be allowed to represent the company. Did she say anything about thousands rather than millions? I don't think so. Maybe. Lucasfilm denounced her statement and publicly stated that the actress wouldn't be returning to the show, and she was dropped from her agency, UTA. Carano sued Disney 2 years later, saying the company, quote, violated California labor laws prohibiting employers from taking adverse employment actions on the basis of an employee's political activity. I've talked about this before. This is a tenuous route under the California code because that law was specifically enforced to be for proponents of the homosexuals back in the 60s and protect them from being fired by the closeted homosexuals, right? They're like, well, if you come out for the homos, you shouldn't be fired for the homos. But other applications of political activity and protect.
Dude, I have two Gina Carano / Cara Dune pops on my shelf right now.
Protecting it for employment status have actually not been as successful as protecting it for the homos, by the homos, for the homos again, because they recharge. All right. Disney is fighting back against the claim in court, saying in the filing that having to continue employing Carano would be a violation of its own First Amendment rights. And a bunch of other stuff, really. Not just their First Amendment rights, also their anti-Jewish rights. Quote, state law cannot force entities that do create speech products. Imagine saying, I create speech products. How about you? No, I don't. To speak through writers or singers, not Camila Cabello and Cinderella, or should I say Cinderella, because there's two L's and that chick is Hispanic and they say ella for two L's. Or actors whose own speech and public profile could, in the employer's view, compromise the employer's ability to express itself in its own chosen manner, which is why they delete black people from posters in China. Their own. Remember, Disney's artistic voice is to delete black people from movie posters when they advertise in China because the Chinese haven't quite gotten comfortable with the dark men and women coming to their country. Like, the Mongolians are dark enough and the other side is water and we know you can't come that way. Stay away. And Disney's like, don't worry, Hu Jintao, or wait, Xi Jinping or whatever, we will keep the dark people away. Disney's like, and the dark of night will not descend upon Shanghai. I made that song up. The company's counsel wrote in the motion filed this week. And that is where, guys, we're going to take a Rumble flip break. We're going to go to the bathroom. We'll be Rumble exclusive in just a minute. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. If you're not enjoying the show, sorry. Tough for me to say I'm sorry. Like Peter Cetera. Click the thumbs up or the thumbs down on your way out of YouTube.
I'm gonna end this, guys.
Rumble. It's in the pinned chat. It's in the description. Come, emphasis on the to us.
I'm
Over
gonna play
there.
2 short videos.
See
One for
and we'll see you tomorrow. If you don't,
specifically
if you don't
for Gertie.
because you're like, no, I really don't like Jews though.
And then
You don't want to go to
Mao.
Rumble? I get it. I like the Jews. I love their control of my speech. In government, in practice, in schools, and most importantly, in my breakfast cereals. Where'd the teeth go? We'll see you over on Rumble. To YouTube. Have a good night, guys. Peace. Oh, the poll. I guess we'll end it. Should Ryan the editor be fired forever? 31% of you say yes. 15% of you say no. 54% of you have agreed that Ryan needs polls. So, that John Barracuda says name the Chinese. That's just all right, guys. See you over on YouTube. No, on Rumble. You'll see it not on YouTube. Very good. Very not. And in fact, I'm very good to do.
No. Okay. Night all.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me. Cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, Casamigos to the face, baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on that tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine. Got a fine little body and her mind's kinda naughty. They say that once you taste it, you cannot replace it. She could get you high, all the dopamine inside triggers fast once she's naked. Her body's a creation. They say the devil made her for his entertainment, but even he couldn't learn how to contain it. Her high heel girls make a damn good statement. There is no replacement, a body by Satan. She got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, Casamigos to the face. Baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on a tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.
Crowds are coming by the dozens to get an up-close view at what some say is a piece of Irish folklore.
A leprechaun.
I wanna know where to go like. I want to go. Give me the go. Leprechaun could be a crackhead. Got hold to the wrong stuff. I wanna know where to go like. I want to go. Give me the go. I wanna run a back or over that tree. I want to go. It look like a leprechaun to me. Look up in the tree. It look like a leprechaun to me. Could be a crackhead. Whoa, see the leprechaun say yeah. Say yeah. Say yeah. Whoa, see the leprechaun say yeah. Could be a crackhead. I wanna know where to go. Say yeah. I want to go. Give me the go. If you wanna go, better learn how to catch me. If you wanna catch me, better learn how to sketch me.
This was all spells right here. Special leprechaun flute passed down from thousands of years ago. From my great-great-grandfather, who was Irish, I just can't help all.
I wanna know where to go, like. I want to go. Give me the go. Leprechaun could be a crackhead. Got hold to the wrong stuff. I wanna know where to go, like. I want to go. Give me the go. I wanna run a back or over that tree. I want to go.
You can songify yourself for free on.
Only girls can be the mommies. Only boys can be the daddies. Yes, sir. Everybody's fancy. Everybody's fine.
All the kids under the age of 15, come on up here.
Hey, why don't you have a seat right over there?